Hi, I'm Phil from Festool and I'm here with ITS TV to show you how to use your TS55 straight from purchase. There's a couple of things that need to be done to a TS55R to make sure that you always achieve fine splinter-free cuts. So, when you first open up your sustainer with your TS55 inside, you notice there's a couple of things that nobody ever does. Nobody ever reads the manual. So the easiest way is to show you on this video how to set this machine up. Inside the sustainer, obviously your machine is going to be a small clamp and also the splinter guard. So our first stage is to make sure that your machine is set to the guide rail. Turn the guide rail around, and on this side you'll see two cams. They're green. Anything on Festool that's green has a function, and the function of the two cams is to make sure that your TS55 runs along the guide rail in a nice straight line. These will need to be adjusted. You can see on the underside the small cam section, and as I twist these will either tighten the machine to the rail or loosen it off. And what we're aiming for is for the saw to run along the rail without undue force being applied. So we do one at a time. We make sure there's no sideways movements like you can hear. So I've got a little bit of movement here, and I'm just going to turn the cam just to get rid of that. And the machine still runs along the guide rail. Now I can do the one at the rear. There's a small amount of movement, and you can feel that I'm having to push that along, so I need to slacken off the cam. And now we're ready to cut our splinter guard. So we turn it back around, working off a firm surface. We need to look at the depth control. FS is working off your guide rail, and that makes a difference on the allowance of 5mm from the work surface to the guide rail. I'm going to set this to 5mm. And my speed control on the rear of the machine is going to be set to 3. And all we're going to do is to put the machine on the guide rail, turn it on, plunge, and we'll then trim our splinter guard. We'll then trim this splinter guard, which is oversized, to the saw. So the machine goes on, making sure that we always have both of the green cams on the guide rail at the same time. We can then fit the dust extraction. When using a TS55, it's always a good idea to put the dust extraction and also the cable up over your arm, and it just avoids them getting underway. So, now you can see that's going to be the path of where the blade cuts. Our blade direction is always on the upstroke, so now the splinter guard is trimmed to the saw and we're able to make splinter-free cuts on all types of materials. So, that has to be done as soon as you have a TS55. The first thing you do, tighten the cams and adjust them to your guide rail. Set the machine to 5mm, we can then plunge and we can trim the splinter guard. Thank you.